Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays. Oxygen not included. Still having a fun time, and it seems like the colony is going okay. We got some crises sitting over the horizon. For example, I mean, and in fact, we just finished more research, which is lovely, but I think I'm also gonna make a concerted effort. We need a refrigerator, but first I think it's pretty clear, like, we also need more power. Because we're filling up all of our batteries and wasting a great deal of the power we already have. So, right now, you know, we got coal. We're eating coal for breakfast at this point. We're also going to need some more copper in the interim period, it seems. What I was going to say is we're not going to be able to eat coal forever. We're just straight up out. Well, if you could prioritize like a sweep order right here, that would help me out as well. Thank you very much. What's the priority on this? It's still 5s there. Yeah, you don't need to finish. Don't worry about that so much. Yeah, suck up that copper ore. You don't even need to put it anywhere as far as I'm concerned. Just get these done. The wires can be built in record time. We are going to need the refrigerator as well. There you go. Just because at the present moment, it seems like we're substantially wasting a lot of the coal that we throw in here. Right now, copper is extremely precious, but pretty soon, coal is going to be precious as well. Again, I don't think we need 2 people on research at the present moment, but it's working, it's going fast, and eventually research will be done. Mind you, we might need labor for these critical times, right? Please give me access to the generic sensors now. I think it's... The other thing that would really help our power woes would be if we could create a situation that, what are you doing in here? Doing fine. If you could create a situation that, you're not using half your power to keep your lights on overnight, which is what we're worried about right now. So, I do worry. You're not insufficient materials. Construction, you are waiting 25 kilograms, 185 kilograms of copper. We're probably going to need to get some more copper. I see a little bit right here. 208 kilograms. It looks like, I mean, the battery should get completed, I think. We're going to need to issue a quick mining order for copper, which I think right there is fine, and then we will prioritize it thusly. Just some fires we're putting out right now. Has to be done, a little crisis management. Everyone's, if you look at, like, immune system, everyone's still doing fine. You look at stress, everyone's still doing fine. We had a food crisis yesterday. What did we do about the food crisis? Well, we harvested all of our food, built a second greenhouse, planted some stuff, and all of a sudden, now we got 26,000 kilocalories. Now, what are you doing? Where are you going? Where you go? Are you going to the bathroom? You thinking about a turkey leg? Just eat something. Building lacks resources. Battery and wire lack copper ore. Yeah, no, I could tell you that. I could tell you that in a heartbeat. They're gonna get done, though. And we need these batteries at some point anyway. We can also run some quick math. Go to speed 1 for a second here. Each one of these produces 800 kilocalories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's 8,000 kilocalories. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 7 times 8 is 5,600. I just went cross-eyed. I think we're making 13,000 kilocalories every 3 days, which is slightly less than we need. We need 18,000, I think. Yesterday, please. Yeah, we use 6,000 a day. So I think we do need to plant a few more mush bars or whatever the heck you would call these. But it's not urgent. I mean that sincerely. But I would like to get it done. If I could even plant 3 more of these, like, that's relatively worth it. Go back to speed 2. I'm just trying to do the math so if we could have somebody not constantly producing mush bars, that would be for the best, is what I'm trying to get at here. So, copper is still being harvested here somewhere, I assume. Nobody digs in this day and age. Nobody digs anymore. We need these batteries up and running again so we waste as little coal as possible. But I got faith that this is working out right. It does annoy me that it's taken a little while to get it done, but it is what it is. It takes a while to build a battery as well, apparently. I didn't realize. You're doing a great job at delivering dirt, but I didn't hire you as a dirt deliverer. I hired you as a problem solver. I mean, my dude, Bear Taffy is living his whole life down here in this, like, basically where all the coal pollution goes to settle. My dude is living in, like, you know, 1810s London or something like that. Get out of there, dude. It's not good for your health. You should not be spending this much time down there. It's bad for you. Please mine this copper ore. I see you sweeping, and the sweeping's gonna take a while. But I would really, really like you to get these wires built, if you understand my concern at the present moment. I want you to do some digging, and as you do that digging, I mean, I'm very happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy the batteries are done. And we've built what's gonna hold the rest of our base here, but I'm gonna need you to mine this copper, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, good sir. You're so close to greatness. All you need to do is mine upwards first. Oh my god! I'm sorry, Ruka. I didn't mean to alarm you. Everybody please come and attack this hatch. I wish it didn't have to be like that. You forced me to make it like that. That's all you need to know. Oh, we are not producing nearly enough oxygen. I'm not sure if that's because the coal generator's been running, like, essentially non-stop or what, but, yeah, we're way low on that. Or maybe it could be water delivery being a problem as well. We really need to work on water purification. I thought... Water sieve produces... Oh, that's what it is! Produces clean water from polluted water using sand. But it does produce polluted dirt. So what we want is a water sieve. And it is going to suck up polluted water and return it to the earth as cool water that everybody likes. We'll see how that goes. We don't want to build it just yet. But yes, this is, in the end, this is what we want to happen here. So you've got this battery being constructed here. I greatly appreciate it, don't get me wrong. Because water is becoming a concern. And it's becoming a concern because we need oxygen. And everything that requires oxygen, or everything that generates oxygen, essentially requires water at this point. Like hundreds of kilos of it. So, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure that what's going to happen is as we produce less oxygen, this carbon dioxide is going to creep up here. It's going to creep up here. And it's going to creep up here, and it's going to start causing problems. So, also, you are no longer generating power. All of the batteries have become drained. So this thing needs coal again. Insufficient resources. Deliver more material to this building. And we do have 7 tons. They'll figure it out. I got high hopes. I do need these, like, this stuff to be done a little faster, maybe, wouldn't be the worst thing. Like, if you could finish the battery, in particular, the wires that connect to the existing batteries, because, you know, we're running into trouble here. We got 800 kilos of copper. It's not a lot. Copper is becoming a genuine concern. And we've probably wasted more of it than I'd like to know. But please build those wires as soon as possible. Again, I'm looking at calories here, and I'm actually saying we're looking pretty good. So please take the continuous fabrication off of that. Oh, Josh is looking sick. Or disgusted by something. Why, for the life of me, you would choose to run on the hamster wheel instead of merely putting a little bit of coal in the generator is beyond me. But you know what? You'll figure it out. Okay, so what have we been working on? We want to make a water sieve. That does have to happen. We are slowly filling this up here. But they're going to do it. I have faith they're going to do it. How bad is the oxygen generation? Pretty bad. I guess not having power also kind of screwed us today. Like, carbon dioxide is starting to accrue. Where's it coming from? Obviously, like, some respiration, but I kind of thought, like, the algae terrariums would take care of it. We could always throw down a carbon dioxide skimmer. Like, how's it working here? Not much carbon dioxide seems to be making it past. Still looking pretty fresh up here. A little bit's depositing down here, but it's very breathable. Breathable. Becoming unbreathable. In fact, in Josh's room in particular, it's becoming, like, highly unbreathable. You know what our next step is then? Like, certainly I want the greenhouse to be done, but we need to, replace, like, all of these tiles with airflow tiles. Would airflow tiles require copper ore? Good God. That's gonna be... Oh. It's gonna be annoying. That's what it's gonna be, because we don't really have that much copper at the present moment. So we got copper down here. We got copper over here, but it's kind of annoying to mine. We got copper up here. But I'm looking for, like, a big vein of it. It's not a sentence I say lightly, I assure you. And I think what we should do is build kind of like a copper mine, more or less. I want you to dig essentially like this. I don't know about that one. I want you to dig something like that. I don't think you're going to be able to get it all. But I think that this may actually be, like, the highest priority. I know everything that I issue, I say it's the highest priority. But certainly, like, a little bit of this copper is the highest priority you could ever ask for. Like, maybe that little bit right there. Because we need copper for everything else. I want to make a refrigerator so we stop having unrefrigerated food. But in order to have a refrigerator so we stop having unrefrigerated food, we need to have enough power to actually run the refrigerator. So... And we need the airflow tiles. The idea is, and I didn't really do a good job of explaining this, but we mine out all this. We probably tile that up ASAP first, but we mine out all this except for this area. We put airflow tiles under here, and then all the oxygen floats even further upwards, faster, and all the carbon dioxide sinks instead of just sitting up here forever. In the bedrooms, especially because people are asleep in there for hours at a time, I think it's like the most important thing, but... maybe eventually everywhere, but for now, I think this is fine. And again, the water sieve, like, it's on my list, don't get me wrong. Water is not the biggest concern for us right now. We still got tons in here. I mean, we're not even producing that much contaminated water. It would just be nice to be at that level of equilibrium. They're getting there. It's taking some time, but that's okay. It might take us a couple more in-game days, honestly, to get to the point where we're really, I think, like, pleased with where we're at here. Fine on food, though, and, you know, considering we ended the last episode being like, I don't really know how the food's gonna look. Today, I certainly felt, thus far, like we've handled that food situation very well. It's not, yeah, I was gonna say, it's not that breathable down here. So I feel you. The more we open that door up, the more, annoying it becomes to be down here. We are going to start to have oxygen-related problems soon. I think. Might want to set up like a little double door here instead. And then we have like an algae terrarium. Because we don't want our bathroom to become unbreathable. We don't really have much stopping that right now. So do me a favor. Just throw like a little algae terrarium down there. Just something, because we're not going to spend too much time down here personally, but anything to stem the tide of carbon dioxide getting up here, I think is a big positive for us. There we go. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You guys got quite a lot of copper there. Okay. And no power's been generated. I guess you go back up to a 6. Because we got no freaking power. The next priority, again, we want to hit equilibrium for food because it's going to save us so much time on the construction, or on the production of mush loaf, I should say. There you go. You delivered like 900 kilos of coal. Let's see how this works. Obviously, it's going to power the whole place, for now at least, but is it going to fill batteries? Yes. There's 6 batteries, so, I mean, the charge is filling a lot slower. I mean, technically there's 7 batteries, I guess. So the charge is filling a lot slower, but I think it's still pretty relevant. We got granite. We haven't had granite before. Igneous rock, these are new. For us, at least. They're new for me. Obsidian. And then, of course, we're going to throw down plant tiles, which are in food. Farm tiles, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, I'm not 100% sure if 5 is the number that we needed. 5 would add another 4,000, and it would take us to 17,000. Kilocalories. If we ever wanted to add another duplicant, that'd be a problem. Is this just, it's the vacuum of space. It's unbreathable. We definitely do not want another duplicant right now. Reject all. In fact, I mean, I know we could have done this earlier, but I was kind of keeping it as a possibility. If we could just take the printing pod and disable it for now, it's fine by me. Not a great oxygen supply in here, huh? That's alright. I think you're going to figure it out. So, I think that short/medium term, look at this. We got a lot of food being harvested. I feel pretty good about this. I wish you would have planted another crop, like, immediately instead of going to bed. But, I guess in the whole scheme of things, you know, it could be worse. So, all of this is eventually going to, the idea is make it more breathable for these bedrooms here. We needed the copper to make the tiles, but we can still only make 23 tiles with the amount of copper we have, which is not very much. This needs to be mined out, and that's kind of a problem. Means like these should probably be deconstructed. And then somehow we got to figure out a way to mine much of that stone, because we don't want airflow, or much of that sandstone, I should say, because we don't want the air to flow between this area and this area, without going through the airlock, at least. You can see, like, the carbon dioxide is accumulating in areas we would prefer it didn't. In the greenhouse is fine, and then this carbon dioxide skimmer right here seems to mostly be doing the job, but I think we're doing a lot better on power as well. I really appreciate what you're doing here. Building entombment. These buildings are entombed and need to be dug out. Yeah, that's fair. I guess if we build a ladder right here. The problem is we want to tile this up like faster than a bullet. Terrifying scream. Something, something, something. It's half man and half machine. Because we definitely want to make sure these areas remain segregated from one another with respect to the gases that are coming through. So actually, give me a priority 8, please, not a priority 9. There's nothing to prioritize there, that's right. Should be able to get most of those. It's not the ideal place to be building because of the whole no breathable air sort of thing, but that's fine. I know, wait till you're done and then we'll do the harvest. But we need a fridge as well, which is kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to do with the next bit of copper. And the fridge should probably be near the food, but I don't know if we have that luxury right now. Oh, and the food is being harvested right here, so I don't think there's any problem with putting the fridge right here. Food. Refrigerator. Decor? Adds decor. Adds a little heat. Requires a decent amount of power. I don't want it to be far from the mess hall, maybe. Just gonna put it right here. It adds to decor anyway. Might seem like things are starting to get a little, well, that's awkward, but it seem like things are starting to get a little too complicated. I really don't see things that way. I feel like it's going pretty well right now. I'm a little worried that the sand is gonna die, and it's gonna allow the cold vacuum of space to start to spread into our base. But, you know, if we don't worry about it too much, then it can't affect us, right? Just planting more and more mealwood. I don't think we're at equilibrium with respect to, like, the calories necessary to sustain life. I think we might be one planter box away, which is pretty okay. We want, like, one more ceiling light probably right here. And then these will grow. We just want to not accidentally cause our colonist's head to explode, more or less. So, you know, let's just do it right now. Food, planter box, boom. And then the tiles being built, they're not quite built yet. We might need another storage box as well. You can store all food. Please. I'm already feeling like we're at a more advanced point than any other colony I've ever done in this game has gotten to. I get what you're saying. You're prioritizing by when it was assigned. That's not necessary right now. I will prioritize for you. You don't need to worry about it. Other things that require some prioritization. Wouldn't mind this. Certainly these, you know, level 8s, I would like for you to mine them as soon as possible, if possible, but I genuinely am feeling pretty good. I feel like we kind of gotten ourselves out of a sticky situation. Man, it takes a long time to get that granite out of there, huh? We do have many things on the go right now, and it's taken us a long, long time to get them done. I'll give you that. Insufficient oxygen generation. Not by much, but by enough to be scary. And then, how do you not have power? That annoys me, because we must have compromised our network again somehow. Probably with this thing? Nothing has power, but there's power in these batteries. Boom, 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 because we mined out this stuff right here. So we need to build that. And that has to be a priority 9, again. I'm learning pretty quickly that insufficient oxygen generation at the present moment tends to be a, it's actually a byproduct of our power being out. So I really need you to build this as soon as possible. This is the one right here. I mean, you know, we could actually, it's gonna look a little hideous, but we can do one better. We can just do something like that. Research is done yet again. You know what? Keep it up, dude. Thank you for the generic sensors. Want something that handles polluted dirt? Gas shutoff, high pressure gas vent, insulated atmospheric sensor. A loom for duplicant clothing. Fire pole. Temp shift plate. Accelerates or buffers heat dispersal depending on the construction material used. This is where I'm just like, I know that I'm not strong enough in the fundamentals of the game to do this. Let's go for fossil fuels, maybe? I don't know if we have any fossil fuels, like, close enough to us that might be relevant for stuff like this, but maybe. So this is the dangerous. So you gotta build that faster. See, the problem is you gotta build that faster. You're allowing, no. You're allowing the carbon dioxide and the oxygen to trade places, and then you went to bed. Wait, but the oxygen here is getting more dense. Carbon dioxide's kind of flowing back and forth. Okay, well, it doesn't appear that it's going to be as catastrophic as I thought it was going to be. I would like you to wake up, though, and really, before you do anything else, please, seal that gap. Also, please stop eating... Oh, no, you know what? Continue eating my resources and making coal out of them. It seems like it's actually working out just fine. Apparently, much to my chagrin, we also need more batteries. Because we're filling all 6 up here. More power to the... Like, I'm not going to tell you to stop. Make some more batteries, even before we work on these airflow tiles. I know they lose some power, but, like... By all means, as far as I'm concerned. Like, if we're making too much power, store the power. Alright, so get those done. And again, as far as I'm concerned, we're wasting power exactly right now. So these are priority 9. Maybe 9 batteries. We've got some sweet decor coming in here, which I'm very happy about, but... good, everything's planted. Not everything's harvested, but I think that's fine for now, for the time being. I would like you to get as much of this copper as possible. I'm not going to issue an order on it because it's going to be annoying. And I'm sympathetic to that. You have been built, and you need a mealwood seed. So I think now we're, like, close to exactly at equilibrium, calorically speaking. So when food gets harvested, it should get put in the fridge. Oh, God, free up storage space. This PC, C drive, OBS. Get rid of anything recorded in the month of October. That's a half a joke. It's a little bit of my unique charm. There we go. We got space now. OBS, get it going. All right, let's shall we then? I'm quite happy. Proud is a little bit of a strong word. Quite happy with the way that we've that I've responded to these crises that we've experienced in the game so far. You know, we are, in general, in my opinion, if I may say so, doing a pretty good job. I don't even know if you can install those, but we'll see. We're living in America, like Carl Weathers when he fights Ivan Drago in Rocky IV. But we're gonna try to avoid the fate that Carl Weathers experienced there. I'll tell you straight up, we're gonna need more batteries. In hindsight, it makes a lot of sense that one coal generator produces way, way, way more than enough power for you to just be like, you know, here's 3 or 6 batteries. That was pretty stupid of me. What I will do, and again, I know I got 10 priority 9s running around right here, but I really do not want to lose power. No, don't dig. What are you doing here? I really do not want to lose power. Wasting power annoys me because it's just throwing a resource away that has no reason to go. So we're also going to continue to mine out this copper down here at the bottom. Because we don't have a lot right now. The good news, I hope, is that we're almost out of the woods when it comes to... Are those gonna... Yeah, the batteries will fit there. We're almost out of the woods, I think, when it comes to copper usage to begin with. Instead of wasting literally, like, the exact amount of power we used in a day, hopefully we'll start to reach a point in which we're getting close to an equilibrium. I didn't realize that we would need this many batteries, because, like, what did we waste yesterday? 42 kilojoules. We're wasting, like, 50% of the power we need. It's not a smart decision. Again, we're almost out of copper here, so I'm just going to wait for these orders to kind of percolate through here. Certainly more batteries than we've ever used on the map before, but if it helps us make a little bit more, you know, productive use of our coal, and not only make productive use of our coal, but also, like, keep the base functioning longer, and I think that that's the important part. I know it doesn't look great here, like from a decor standpoint, but so what? I mean, I'll tell you straight up, I kind of think we were approaching overkill, but even this many batteries is not going to do it. Vacuum? Yeah, it's a vacuum. I think we can afford to mine through like this, but it doesn't have to happen all at once. Again, we need a priority 9 on these. And we might still be wasting some power, but it should start to approach the point where it's not nearly as much power as we were wasting before. I appreciate you doing your disinfecting and stuff like that, but I see that Austin's got a lot of copper on his back. I respect that. I'd really like these batteries to be done in time for us to get some... like, extract all the value necessary out of this. But our report is about to come in. We'll see how much we wasted today, because, well, we've already wasted, actually, 49 today. We only wasted 30 yesterday. Somehow we're wasting more. Well, hear me out here. We're probably wasting more because the batteries have a leech that happens on them anyway. I still think that it makes way more sense to fully charge up 18 batteries if we can do so than, like, overcharge 3. Either way, though, it's gonna end this episode here. Very, very good stuff. It might have seemed like a slow episode, but it wasn't. We've got a great greenhouse set up. We've expanded this greenhouse ever so slightly. Food doesn't appear like it's going to be a problem as long as we can at least sweep up the food that we're supposed to be harvesting. Got a good mining job done. Hopefully, you know, nipped something in the bud that could have become dangerous up here. And for now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.